For brief introduction and method and function. And so we are going to talk about introduction of operator, arithmetic operator, relational operator in Scala, and then we are going to talk about logical operators, bitwise operator, assignment operator, and then we are going to talk about some challenges in the multiple operator, solution and review, then operator precedence and challenge, and some challenges and solution, and we are talking. So basically we are going to talk about operators, operating with operators in Scala. So let's talk about this. We are going to what is the function, how do they work, function in Scala, calling in function, ordinary method call using operator. So function is something like if you want to do repeating work, you can use one task and call again and again. So in computer programming, function and method block code of perform a specific task. That block code is then given the name, much like variable that called whatever the specific task need to be performed. This is a the removed the need type of the same code. It just like if you would like to do some work and you want to do again, then you create a function, and every time you want to call that function, you call that blocks and it will give the same result. So how it work? Let's talk about mathematical function. Programming function take input known as argument and perform some operation. The input then return to resulting output. It's almost like a conveyor belt, a factory which item entering in the machine in front of the conveyor belt and coming out completely. So it's a like belt, and if you going input and again if you go give the input here, it will go output. So let's talk about function in Scala. It can divided function into two broad categories. One is built-in function, which is already someone has built for you, and they are built basic function, and user-defined function. So user-defined function are function that you create yourself. We have a whole chapter dedicated just this. So built-in function is a function which are prepared by Scala as a part of that core library, and we all have to do so well print hello world. So println is a function which you are passing the print me value and passing here, and it's printing, right? So println is method which perform the specific task, print me argument, right? Calling function. So calling function is we are calling function like this, right? String dot index of. So this is string, and then index of is also function. So function you can call the function name and the argument. So calling function println method is very simple, in which only require passing the argument, which can be any type. However, the most of method require you to call them on something. Let's call something an argument. Now that's you can do anything, any value, any reference, call by value, call by reference. So for example, object name dot method argument means the method being called on object name, an argument are passed in the method. This method will perform some action on data object name. So most of method allow you to only pass the argument of a specific data type. Let's call them the Scala built-in method. Index of is get better the index. How to work? Index of is called the string, and you can pass the argument char. So if you see this, so what is happening on? So we are calling a string, we are performing value on the string, and so what happened here, string, and then we are passing the index w. So w, it will return the index of w. So now let's talk about in this code ordinary method calling. The more widely known is use method call. In same we use index of, object name, method name, and argument. This is the syntax, right? So object name, so normal way method call using operator notation, and ordinary method call. So this is object notation, object name, method name, object name. So object name is string1, method name and argument, but I think most of the time we use this way is better. This is also give the same result, but object name string1, then method name index1, then argument. So this is not good way to call, but just for. So this way how we call the method I have told. So now we are going to talk about different operator. Type of operator is arithmetic operator, then relational operator, then logical operator, then bitwise operator, then assignment operator. So append operator, append. So there are two things, 1 plus 1, right? 1 plus 1. So this is append operator is plus. So in Scala, how it works, let's talk. So in the previous lesson you were introduced the method operator are simply method called using the operator notation we discussed in the previous lesson. Operator are usually follow the infix notation where operator is seated between two operand, right? 1 plus 1, so 1 dot plus 1. So it converted like if you write 1 plus 1, it in Scala will convert like this one plus. So infix is 1 plus 1 and ordinary 1 so using infix notation using this one, so it will give also result the same 2, right? So pretty cool. Both variable give us the same output. For example, perfectly confirm that operator are just method which they are in syntax. Okay, so this will become 1.1, so plus, so it convert into the the methods as previously we discussed. Now let's talk about some different thing. Yeah, so this is operator. Plus is used add operands, minus is the subtract, multiply this one remind. So 10 operator 1 plus 2, so we can run this method here. It's just simple in Scala. And also this is floating points. So this is way which we learn. Let's go to the next chapter, which we are going to relational, means they have some relational less than, greater than, less than equal to, greater than equal to, less than or equal to, then not equal to. So this is also which we can do. It can return true and false value. And this one also we can see with a string. So basically it will convert into ASCII and then it will compare. So now the bit logical operator. So logical is AND, logical OR is logical NOT. So this is also used. It's very simple. True follow the rule. Not true equal to false. Not false equal to true. True and expression is equal to expression. So false expression is equal to false. So whatever the value is any one of the true, it will come true. Or anyone is true is the true. So this is how you need to remember. It's here this one go right one, here left one, here left one, here right one. It's same. So you can see expression is nothing but value. Short circuit evolution. So it is very simple, and or and not or, basically 3. And this is bitwise, which is shift operator, which we called bitwise and bitwise or bitwise x or bitwise 1 complement. This is also simple. You can learn about this one. This is also some specific. So usually we write a equal to a plus b, something like that. So now this is the problem which we are going to talk, and what they are saying, let's solve the problem together. So you are given the variable to check which store integer value, and you have create variable compare check, okay, and which check if the value stored in check less than equal to 75 and greater than equal to 8, result should be true. Simple input 3, simple output. So how do we check, right?